everybody. What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and the free ebook, The Beauty and Barber Survival Plan, that's available on my Patreon page to all of you wonderful professionals at globalhaircare.com. Patreon, okay? So you can get that book there. Today we are going to have a wonderful, wonderful discussion about what to do to your hair when you take out your braids. So this is my lovely guest. Her name is Angel. She wants to know what to do when you take it down, how to shampoo it, and how to condition it. So we're going to chop these topics up into 3 separate videos. So it's going to be called What to Do with Angel's Hair Part 1, 2, and 3. Also, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome again. My name is Ladosha Wright. I am the hairstylist that will tell you everything that they don't tell you at the hair salon for both the customer and the professional. How about them apples? So let's hop right into the discussion of what to do when you're taking down your braid styles. Now, first of all, we want to know what type of style did she have in her hair. So what type of style were they? Were there knotless braids or box braids? What did you have?
I had passion twist.
So, ooh, she had passion. Y'all remember Rod Stewart? Okay. So she had what's called passion twist. And so those are like 2-strand twists, correct? All right. So this is how it looks when she took it down. Now we do know that sometimes people will take the hair down and actually try to wear the hair as a style like this until they get to the hair salon because it looks so cute and you have all these little tendrils and coils and it looks so pretty. But here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. Don't you do that. All right, so don't do that. So she wants to know what's the best way to detangle this. She took the braids down, the twist out, and so now she wants to know what is the best way to detangle it. So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. So first, just let me explain to you why her hair is tangled in the first place. So number one, her hair is comprised mostly of the outer layer is called your keratin or your cuticle layer. So when these layers are up, then the hair will naturally tangle. That's what you get in the end. So that's the natural process. So the cuticle layers are up. If we lay the cuticles down, then her hair will detangle without me pulling out a lot of her hair. That's one. Number two, she should have been, as she took down the braids, she should have sprayed it with the conditioner and combed each one out. Because when you take all of them out one at a time, what happens is all the hair, all the fibers begin to swell and they catch like a wired fence or some tangled jewelry or something of that nature. So to prevent all of this matting from happening, you want to take the braids down one at a time, spray the leave-in conditioner and comb the hair, okay? But she didn't do that, so we don't want to beat them up. Now, a lot of times when people go to the hair salon, you know what happens? The customer will walk in and they'll have their hair like this, right? And they'll be like, yes, yes, I'm here for a silk press. And then the hairstylist is like, I know she didn't bring her. I know she didn't. And he'll be like, oh, sis, how you gonna come in with your hair all like you should have combed it out first? So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. First of all, you're a hairstylist. Don't be upset with your customers when they come in and the hair is matted. If there is a cost to detangle the hair, then be forthright the moment they call to make the appointment. So ask them a few questions. Are you just coming out of braids? Or when was the last time you shampooed your hair? That's a user-friendly way. So typically they'll tell you what's the condition. Oh, well, I just came out of some braids. Now that's the time for you to ask, did you comb the hair out? If they say no, then you're gonna let them know that there's a cost to detangle the hair. So be forthright, okay? Now, if not, you know what you're doing, then don't worry about it. Now, if you're going to charge the guest to detangle the hair, then it's in your best interest to know how to detangle the hair. Now, if you at home and you like, I'm not paying Ladosha nothing, just Ladosha, let me show me this video how to do it myself, because I don't want to pay you to detangle my hair. So for both people, the professional and the cosmetologist, here's what they don't tell you about detangling. Again, the cuticles are up. That's the only reason why it's matted. See that? Because the cuticles are up. But if I spray the right conditioner, you see what's happening? Yes, the hair begins to soften. You see that? Voila! So we don't have to get upset with the customer anymore because now we have what I call the 3 principles of hairstyling. And those are the right products, the right tools, you know the last one? The right technique, okay? So the right products, the right tools, and the right technique. A lot of times frustration is coming out of the person or the stylist has neither. And so the patience for both the customer and the stylist is now thin, and here comes that visceral, I hate my hair. So we don't want you to hate your hair because your hair is just doing what hair naturally does when it hasn't been combed. The cuticles lift up and they tangle. So now we're going to spray the hair with a leave-in conditioner that has a low pH. Personally, I swear by Ye-O Satin Tame, and I'll put that in the feed. And a lot of reasons why I like Satin Tame is because number one, it has a lot of cool ingredients in it, such as protein, keratin, silkening agents, all this cool stuff. So it's pretty thick, so you gotta, shake it up, shake it like a salt shaker. So you're gonna spray this on the hair, and it's gonna cause the hair to be soft, and then you're going to be, see that? There it is. And so now you can detangle it. So this will not take a long time. So the biggest mistake that people make when they're detangling the hair is that they grab water. So again, what they don't tell you at the hair salon, now all of this, you can find this information in my book. Now, my book is also available in ebook form, so you can download the book, or you can go straight to my Amazon page at my Amazon store at amazon.com/LaDosha and make your purchase, or you can go to my website, arrowwritebooks.com, and you can read more about this in detail. So again, it's really, really imperative that we begin to, detangle the hair in an organized fashion, all right? So we're taking the product and we're going to spray the hair. You don't want to use water because water has a lot of minerals in it. Now you can't see them because they're very microscopic. So water has like copper, magnesium, chlorine, and so all of these build up on the hair just like they do on your faucet, and you'll get what we call mineral deposit buildup on the hair. So don't try to detangle hair with water. Number two, if you try to detangle hair with water, it'll also reactivate the product. So if the stylist used some type of a wax or a cream or a balm or a butter or whatever they use to braid the hair, when you put the water on it, it may cause the actual ingredient to kind of coagulate or just reactivate, and now it's trying to style the hair again, and you're like, what is taking place, all right? So now you're gonna spray the product onto the hair. When you're detangling, you're gonna start at the regrowth and work the tangle down. Most people like to just grab the hair and start at the ends. Hey, don't do that. You don't want to do that because the ends are the oldest, and you know what's going to happen? You're going to snatch out the hair. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, man, I've been doing that forever, and that probably explains why you don't have the length that you're looking for, because you're wearing these quote-unquote protective styles. But then when you go to take down the protective style, guess what? You're snatching out all of the length that you just achieved. So make sure that you're not doing that. So I sprayed the product. I'm gonna start right here from her regrowth. I'm gonna put my fingers around where the tangles are and gently start to work it down. You see that? Now there is some force, but you don't want to rip out the hair. So how is this feeling? She said, I am fine. So as the hair collects in the comb, and that's normal because this is the hair that would have shed it had she been combing it, just let it fall away to the side. Don't let the hair collect in the comb because it'll catch and it will also mat. So again, I'm going to spray the conditioner in the hair. because I want to loosen up some of the tangles, okay? Now, different braiders and hair designers, they like to twist and braid the hair with different products. So if you find that one product is more difficult to wash out than the other, then be forthright with your braider or your technician and let them know that the product was difficult to shampoo out, because you'll be surprised what type of information that they can share with you. So sometimes braiders and technicians, they don't really talk because they're really focusing on the hairstyle, but that doesn't mean that they don't have the information. Some of them might have websites, they may also have YouTube channels, they may have handouts or text messages to give you guys the information that you need. So make sure you're also asking. Don't just run to YouTube, including my channel, to get all of the answers, okay? But surely this will help for you, the professional, and of course, the person who's at home. So you want to use the sections that your hand can fit. So if you have tiny hands or if you're a dainty person, then don't grab a section this thick. Go as small as what your hand can actually grip. So I was a big girl, you know, so a big girl got a big grip, all right, okay? So I can go a little bit bigger, and I'm used to doing this, but if you're new, just start off smaller, and you want to saturate. Now, do you have to just use satin tame? The answer is no, you do not. You can use other products, okay? So as long as it's a leave-in conditioner with a low pH, you're going to be good, and everything's going to work out just fine, all right? So here we go again, and as you can see, it's just a nice detangle, all right? So again, coming from the regrowth, you're bringing the tangles down, and you're going to start to detangle the hair, all right? So there we go, you see that? All right, now don't snatch the hair, just go ahead on and just bring your tangles down, all right? Now I'm gonna grab another leave-in conditioner, because some people might say, well, we don't have that in my neighborhood. Now you can also, you can order this online, and some salons have it as well, but I'm gonna walk down, just grab another one so you guys can see that it doesn't matter whose name is on it. So let's grab this one here. Okay, I'm back. So here's another leave-in conditioner, and this one is by Milkshake. My milkshake bring that for it. I did you, but I have to charge. It's better than yours. So leave-in conditioners, whichever one you like. You can also make your own. You can take a regular conditioner, add it to some water, and now this is just to detangle the hair. So if you're gonna make your own, you're just gonna detangle, okay? So you're making your own detangler if you're gonna add some conditioner to some water. And as you can see, you're getting the same results. All right, so some leave-in conditioners are heavier, some are lighter. All right, so you see how I'm bringing this down? And she's not flinching or anything like that. And just take your time. Now, the good thing about this is, remember, you have to have the right comb. So I see a lot of people, you know, using wide tooth combs on the hair, you know, when they're trying to detangle. Listen, guys, don't do that. The wider the tooth on the comb, you're going to start to rip the hair. So it sounds good in theory, but in practice, do not use those wide tooth combs because you will begin to tear the hair, particularly if you have textured hair. Now, if you don't have as much texture as Angel, you can probably get away with it, or if you don't have as much density. But if you have a lot of density and you have a lot of texture, then don't use those wide tooth combs, because as a practice, you'll see that you're ripping your hair out. And again, you can see how this is detangling. We're about 15 minutes into this, and we are almost done. All right. And again, I'm just combing that through. And I'm also using resistance. I don't want, hold your head back towards me. I don't want to do this. Don't do that, because what's going to happen is you'll snatch the texture out of the hair. So this is when people start to say stuff like, oh, the braids mess my hair up. Ain't no such thing as braids messing your hair up, okay? Braids don't do that, okay? It's the wrong technique. So make sure you're using some resistance when you're combing your hair out so that you're not snatching the texture out of the hair, okay? So braids and twists and all of that, they're very safe on the hair, but you as the, the owner of that style, you have some responsibility to make sure that you're not snatching it out. And again, that's just the hair that would normally come out, so that's normal. Now, if she had a big ball, okay? So we don't want a big ball coming out. If you see a big ball coming out, you're snatching out your hair, so stop that, okay? Don't snatch your hair out. Now, here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon. As you take the hair down, you want to make sure that you put it back up. Because if I leave her hair hanging down like this, you know what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to your hair if I leave it down like this as I comb out the other part? It's going to not only poof, but what's going to happen when it poofs? It's going to what? Tangle? It's going to tangle. So she's right. So she says it's going to poof up, and then it's going to start tangling. That's right. This is the natural state of Afro hair. So you can't get mad at the hair and start saying stuff like, the hair is stupid, and this is why I don't know if I want to do this for a job, because see how the hair be doing all this. No, don't say that. Or, this is why I hate my hair. This is why I cut it off. And this is why I wear a weave. And no, okay? That's what the hair is supposed to do naturally. But if you tame it, just by, twisting it up as you take it down, then guess what, guys? You will not have that problem. So again, I'm just using I'm picking up all the different kinds of leave-in conditioners because remember, hair care and hairstyling are about the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. So don't get caught up in, could you please put what brand it is? If it has a low pH, then you're going to be good. Most leave-in conditioners do, and you can see how it's starting to loosen up. Now, I think, did you comb this out, son? Okay, so she kind of cheated. They like, oh, the front was easier. Well, she did comb this out just a little bit, okay? So that's why this is combing out a lot easier. But I want you guys to see how easy detangling hair is. Another thing I want you guys to understand is that a lot of us with textured hair, we don't all have the same rules of engagement. We all don't have the same culture of what to do with our hair when it tangles, and we know why that is, right? Slavery, okay? Slavery taught people of color, Africans, three things. Number one, the hair is bad. Number two, you can't comb it. And then number three, you damn sure can't wash it. So not washing wasn't only a result of being a slave, but not washing was also a result of back in those times, there was no plumbing. So we didn't have the luxury of running water. So hair, using water to shampoo hair, it just wasn't priority one on anybody's agenda for a lot of reasons. But if you were wealthy back in those days, and of course, you were gonna get your hair coiffed, okay? So we see that today kind of playing out because we still see here that a lot of black people feel like I can put braids in my hair and leave them in for 2 months. Hey guys, that's too long now, okay? The scalp is a microbial habitat. So you don't want to take these braids, your twists or your knotless braids, don't leave them in your hair for 2 and 3 months at a time because the hair is going to, mat up. It's going to be very difficult to detangle. And when you do detangle, the hair is going to be so limp, it's not going to be any good. And that's because you haven't fortified your tresses. So protective styles are not really necessarily a really good word simply because you're not really protecting the hair for that length of time. You're just protecting it, to keep you from touching it, for a few weeks. So if you're getting your twist styles and all that other cool stuff, it's okay, but just don't leave them in for 3 and 4 months. That's way, way, way too long because the yeast will start to eat away the hair, the follicles will close off, and then you'll start to see thinning, and then you'll blame everything on the braid style. When it's not the braid style's fault, it's because you left them in too long. And these are the types of things that we hear you know, from customers. I tried the protective styles and all my hair came out. So the first question I ask is, well, how long were you leaving the styles in? And I always hear, oh, I left them in for 3 months. Well, why did you leave them in for 3 months? I paid $150. Hey, so the average salon visit, what's the average cost of a salon visit? How much? $60, $70. So you know what? If you're only paying at least a minimum of $100, $150, even $200, you know what? You are getting a super duper big deal to pay $200 for a braid style that can stay in your hair about 4 to 6 weeks. Why? Because you don't have to come to the salon every week. So shell out the $200 every 4 to 6 weeks and tip your braider because braiders need love too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so they're actually saving you a lot of money when you actually get the style because if you do a hairstyle, you're $120 once a week. So you're gonna spend a lot of more money coming to me weekly than if you got the braid style. So $200 seems like a lot to be shelling out up front initially, but when you look at it over the extended period of time, you're actually saving a lot of money. And guess what? You don't have to do your hair. Also, you can clean your hair with the braids in the hair. Now, some styles you can't get the hair wet. So again, you want to listen to what the braider or the technician is going to tell you how to keep that hair clean because shampoo is the most popular way to clean hair, but it isn't the only way. You could clean your scalp with sea breeze. You could use Listerine. You could make a concoction with essential oils to wipe the yeast off of the scalp so that the braids don't get dislodged with a lot of debris. You can also use like satin tame. We also have scalp therapy that also cleanses the scalp. So shampoo is the most popular way, but it is not the only way to cleanse your scalp and remove some of the debris away from the hair, okay? So there you have it. That's how you detangle hair when you're coming out of your braid or what you guys call protective styles. Again, my name is LaDosha. If you like the channel, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share. Come back to the next video and we're gonna talk about how to wash this hair. Peace, love, and hair. And if you ain't got no hair, don't want no hair, can't grow no hair, can't stand hair, then do what? Rip your beautiful bald head. Bye-bye.